there, good evening. Thank you for joining us for the first Look North of the week. A teenager from Leeds has been sharing his experience of visiting a fast food restaurant in the city centre and been told to leave because he had his guide dog with him. This is Robbie and his guide dog Pilot. Now, despite it being illegal to turn some away because of their service dog, the Guide Dogs Association say they are urgently concerned and want more businesses to understand the rules and make sure staff are trained properly. Take a look at some of these figures. The charity says 72% of guide dog owners have faced access refusal over the last year. Of those people, 89% said it had a negative impact on their social life. And when it comes to training, 72% of people working directly with customers report that they have not been provided with training or information about the rights of service dog owners. 19-year-old Robbie Lee described feeling horrified and embarrassed after he tried to order food at Subway on Vicar Lane, and a manager told him to get out with his dog. Subway have apologised and say they are retraining staff. Nicola Rees has been speaking to Robbie about his experience.
Straight on, forward. I've been blind for 16 years now. I've got used to the way it is. I now can't see anything apart from light and dark.
Robbie and guide dog Pilot are inseparable. Together they can do pretty much anything.
When I didn't have Pilot, I thought life was all, it's okay. But then when I got Pilot, I realised it changed it for the better. Straight on.
Pilot gets Robbie to Leeds City College every day and keeps an eye out during backstage theatre classes.
Right, whack that last one up. Let's hear how loud it's going to go. Go on, push it.
This is Robbie's happy place. Sound is his speciality.
I know what I'm doing because my life evolves around sound. Kind of takes me into like my own world and what I know I enjoy.
He doesn't expect to be treated differently because he's blind. So when he and Pilot were asked to leave the Subway on Vicar Lane recently, Robbie was mortified.
I was a bit horrified that I got refused. When I walked in and he told me, "Get out, you're not allowed in here. You've got a dog," and I said, "It's a service dog," and he said, "Get out." I just thought, why are people being like this?
Under the 2010 Equality Act, it's illegal to refuse access to someone with a service dog, and Robbie's dad is not prepared to let it go.
No dogs except guide dogs. Plain and simple, it's on the door. Guide dogs, as everybody knows, are allowed in restaurants.
I'm feeling angry that everything my son's gone through in his life, he's suddenly got somewhere, he's got a guide dog, he's got his independence, and that's been taken away from him. It's not fair.
Subway didn't respond to BBC Look North, but they did apologise in an email to the family and said they would retrain staff. Campaigners, though, say this happens far too often in many places.
This is a huge problem. 76% of all guide dog owners experience refusals. It's a growing problem, so report it and raise awareness because that's what needs to happen with businesses.
We are, at the end of the day, even though we're blind, we are still human beings. We expect to be treated the same. Find the stars.
Robbie hopes his story sends a strong message that discrimination is unacceptable.
Steady. Good boy.
And where he goes, Pilot goes too. Nicola Rees, BBC Look North, Leeds.
Well, earlier I spoke to Clive Wood, who's the Regional Policy and Campaigns Manager for Guide Dogs. I began by asking how widespread this problem is.
Unfortunately, we hear it on a daily basis and it happening on a regular basis across the country in all types of services. Guide dog owners are telling us that they're being refused from all types of premises, from restaurants, from cafes, and in this instance from a food shop. And we are really disappointed that this is happening. It's making lots of blind and partially sighted people who have these life-changing guide dogs who are making such a difference to their lives very, very difficult. They're very, very upset, they're very angry, and they're feeling humiliated from the experiences that they're experiencing.
Clive, why is this happening? Because in most settings, it is illegal to turn someone away with a guide dog.
It is illegal to turn away, in most circumstances, a guide dog owner from any service that's being provided to the public. We know that this is because many frontline staff in all types of services aren't getting the training that they need, so they understand how they can welcome a guide and other assistance dog owners to their business, and that they understand that not only are they breaking the law if they turn somebody away who has a guide dog, but these guide dog owners want to come and spend money and use your service, and that's really important to remember.
Is it just down to education, Clive? Could the government be doing more?
I think there's two areas. We certainly think that there needs to be more education and more training provided to staff, but also we've been talking to government to look at ways that the current legislation around discrimination can be strengthened, and we're going to continue those conversations.
Clive, thank you for your time.